Hey guys, this is Kromog on Heroic. Kromog is a straightforward fight on Heroic, but there's a lot of raid damage. Um, he looks familiar. You might have seen him in Oldor, or his brother maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so he is rooted in place, and he has a couple of major abilities. The first thing is that he has a breath that hits the entire raid, and does just a ton of damage. I think it's 120% of the raid's health. At lower, when he does his soften rage at 30%, he has his own little frenzy. But the big thing is that's where you're going to want to use your healing cooldowns, strengths, and things like that. The other thing he does is a tank smash that splits damage between the two closest targets, so your tanks need to stay stacked up. And he also leaves a debuff on the tank, increasing physical damage taken by 20% per stack, and reduces the target's move speed by, I think, 20% as well. You want to switch at 3 stacks here. I'm not sure we do. This is our first kill, so things are sloppy. The other thing he does is he does a little arm smash on the ground, and that arm smash, it does damage in a path. It leaves like a wake of crap, and then it also spawns these little reverberations on the ground. Most of what he does spawns these reverberations, just dodge them. This is his most important mechanic. He does Runes of Grasping Earth, and it spawns all these little runes all over the room, and you want to stand in one. And it's only 1 rune per person, but when he's done doing this, he does a little tantrum on the ground there, and anyone who isn't in a room gets knocked up like 1,000 feet into the air and dies, basically. So when you're in these, you can attack them yourself, you can attack other people's if you're arranged. You just want to make sure all of these die once he's done doing his little tantrum. Help the healers break themselves out, things like that. And then immediately after, he does another stone breath here. Just choose a place immediately and don't step out of it. Don't juke the people around you. Just get into a rune and kind of stick to it, and help people find their own. If you can, if you're mobile during that phase, get to the edge ones and let the healers have the one center so they can keep healing people, because that does damage while you're in it. The other thing that happens, there's little runes that spawn out there, red runes, and out of them come hands that clap together. Just move away from those. Really straightforward stuff. Slam is his final ability, and Slam does damage to the whole raid, decreased by how far away you are from him. So tanks and melee want to stand at max melee range. I wasn't here. But again, this is our first kill. There's a lot of slop, honestly. But just stand at max melee range, and if you're a tank, pop a personal here, because once you have 2 or 3 stacks of his physical damage debuff, you're gonna start taking a lot of damage from those kinds of hits. We hero at 30% here because he has his own little frenzy where he does additional damage. Breath and slam start hitting a lot harder, so you gotta heal through that and really use that backloaded heroism. Otherwise, you should get 2 or 3 Runes of Grasping Earth here. Try and grab the same one every time. There's actually a add-on called Exorcist Raid Tools, which you can assign people to these runes, which will be helpful for a lot of guilds on Mythic. Something to look at. The red runes will stay up, and they'll delay their clap while the Runes of Grasping Earth happen, but they'll happen pretty much right afterwards. So if you get stuck in the middle of those, pop a personal before they hit you. Otherwise, you'll get yourself killed. But it's important DPS to make sure that you don't get back on the boss until people are out of their hands. Because this does just ticking raid damage, and if you're still in that while he's doing Stone Breath, healers won't be able to keep you up. But that's it, guys. That's the whole fight. Let me know if you have any questions.